So, you might know my friend Miles in transit. Well, he clued me in the other day about a funky little Greyhound trip that you can take in Chicago. It is Greyhound from the Chicago Greyhound station to the Chicago Union Station, or vice versa. It's like a 15-minute scheduled trip that should only take about 5 minutes. It's super short.
3 minutes on CTA.
3 minutes on CTA. I'm gonna put like a map here of the route. But anyway, you can book that on Greyhound. And so he was like, oh, you should totally do that. I'm like, thanks, but you know, I'm done with Greyhound. I did my one ride. So I mentioned it to...
But Greyhound equals views.
I mentioned it to this guy.
Hi, I'm
And,
Caleb, Classy Whale.
Yes. And he
Subscribe to my channel.
had the great idea.
Also subscribe to Stormy because Stormy is amazing.
Subscribe to both of us because he convinced me to book this ride. So we're going to be riding Greyhound from Union Station to the Greyhound station. It was like $12 for the both of us.
Mom, I am making great financial decisions here in Chicago.
So we checked to see where the bus would be originating from. It's scheduled 4932, and so we just wanted to see, you know, how late it might be. It's actually originating from Union Station. Then it's going to the Greyhound station. Then it's sitting there for 30 minutes.
So it's starting at the Amtrak station, going 3 blocks in a city where walking 3 blocks is considered a connection.
And you could take 68 bus too, but you know.
Yes, and then it's sitting in the Greyhound terminal for 30 minutes. So, do you think there's going to be anybody else on the bus with us?
I don't know, because why would you get on the bus at Union Station just to go, you know, 3 blocks and wait 30 minutes when you could just book it from the Greyhound terminal? You know. We might be the only ones on that bus.
I thought it was going to be starting at the Greyhound terminal, then going to the Amtrak station, and then going to Minneapolis.
Yeah, because it's headed to Minneapolis, but... No.
Hi, Editor Stormy here. This isn't the only schedule that does this. I was looking at it again because I needed a screenshot of the route, and there's at least 6 other schedules that do this. So, like, this isn't a one-off. This is, like, a common thing that happens, and just...
You know, we could still back out of Greyhound.
No, we're not going to back out. What are we, desperate content creators or mice?
I'd rather be a mouse. So we're on our way over to Union Station to ride Greyhound.
Let's get this gray on the hound. I stole your expression.
Yeah, you did.
Mine was, let's get this show on the strode.
I'm gonna sue you for stealing my joke. No! We need to figure out where it boards for our 5-minute escapade.
You know, come to think of it, we're putting tons of effort into what is essentially a 5-minute city bus ride.
And I mean, we could take CTA and it would take like 5 minutes.
And cost half as much.
I would ride it for free. You would ride it for your 5-day pass. We spent $12 on this.
We are making.
If you want to support me financially, I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi down in the description.
Patreon.
No, you don't. Canal Street.
I was about to say.
That's where they're bored. That's where like all the shuttles and buses and stuff board. So
I see.
I guess we'll find the bus.
This concourse was sponsored by John Deere. Drive a cool, massive tractor because that's the American way.
I believe that is our Greyhound. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Please be a nice person. Okay, so we were not on his list for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because we bought the tickets today, got like last minute, or it's because we're doing a really stupid trip.
Like the system is probably like
for
whoever like checks the bugs on our software, they're not going to run this particular scenario. I've worked in bug checking before, and like you really need to come up with really clever scenarios, or else inevitably something is going to break the system out in the real world.
Because who else would ride from here to the bus station? good thing, the one thing I was worried about was like, I thought the driver was going to be like, why the hell are you going to the bus station? But you know, he was just like, oh, okay, fine, just get on board. And I was like, this is like polar opposite of when I rode it from Naperville. How good is the bus Wi-Fi?
I have turned my cell data off and I'm trying to load my YouTube channel. Subscribe to me.
Your YouTube channel is just too powerful for the Greyhound Wi-Fi.
I suppose.
Or maybe your channel's just been replaced by a spinning circle.
It's probably more riveting content.
Hey, you said it, not me. That doesn't seem right. That's the Greyhound quality we love.
I'm gonna film the entire 5 or so minute run to the Chicago Greyhound station.
All for your viewing pleasure.
I think that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is not as good as Tom Holland. I don't really have a good sense of...
I'm gonna put montage music over this. Oh, will you look at that? We're here.
Here we are.
And thank you very much. Have a good night. Alrighty. That guy is styling. Alright, so that trip took about 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Route review. Should you ride this? No.